I know. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Shaun Attwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson. We are live for a special episode of The Royal Mess with the wonderful Paula M. and P. Dinah. It really is P. Dinah. I've not just put up a JPEG of like a blank screen. She's just trying to sort her image out, and she will come and join us as well. But Paula, it's been a bit of madness since the last time we spoke on the Royals. We're going to dive into it all, but I wanted to say this is going to be about an hour and a half long, this show. And after this live, I have a freaking awesome interview that I've just finished doing with Gareth Icke, David Icke's son, all about secret societies, digital IDs, and their plan for total control. It's awesome. You will get a notification to push you over there after this live. And yeah, there will be a section of this at the end for you guys to come and join us on the panel to come and have a chat about Virginia Giuffre's book. It's like I've tried to buy it twice now, and it's sold out everywhere else.
I'll send it to you. I sent it to you. I have it. I can send it to you.
Yeah, I've got a couple of the digital copies. I struggle with reading off the screen. I want to be able to draw.
Me too. I'm dyslexic, and I'm still doing it.
I want to be able to highlight stuff. So anyone that wants to come in and talk to us about that, we will be doing that. But look, Paula, how are you? What's been going on? Tell us.
I'm great, but let's get with P. Dinah. I want to hear what P. Dinah has to say.
Okay, P. Dinah, how are you?
Exploit her.
Oh my God! You say how was my day?
How are you? And
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Just couldn't be better. You know, life has just got such a fun way of keep making us feel alive for various reasons.
Yes.
So, well, look, it's been a while since we've all been together. So I'm just going to jump us straight in. And obviously, Prince Andrew, the scandals, the continuing relations with Epstein, the lies that have been discovered. We've also got Virginia's book. We've got will he officially become the man formerly known as Prince, or will it just be dragged along? So, P. Dinah, I know you've got limited time, so let's jump in with you and your thoughts on the recent Andrew horror stories, shall we say?
Mm-hmm. Like what my thoughts are on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just that, they played with fire and got burned, right? Isn't that what happened? I mean, how can you do such reprehensible things, and have relationships with a pedophile and expect not to have consequences? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the Andrew interview again that he did a few years ago, and just it was so bad. And how the lady had asked him, like, did he regret a friendship with Epstein? And he couldn't even say no, because he's like, well, I met a lot of important people and the relationships. And like, well, don't you question the relationships of those people that they had a relationship with Epstein? Like, I just could not understand why he could not answer the question and say, yes, he had regrets. Like, that is disturbing that you could not be transparent in a way that showed you had an ethical backbone. Really?
Wow, that's a good point, Pat. I remember at the time watching that, but then I thought, why can't he say, I do regret it? I mean, it's like, would I regret hanging around Jimmy, like that other guy? Yeah, I would.
Every legal counsel that he'll been given will have said, do not admit to guilt to anything.
But that's regretting is not the same as admitting guilt. In hindsight, we've all had that night when one night stand at the bar seems like a great idea. We get out of the bar, we do the nasty, and the next morning we look down and we're like, darn.
It's one thing doing the nasty if it's consensual and everyone's having a good time, right? But when we're talking about if he had said that he felt bad about it, that would be in itself an admission of guilt, because he would be admitting to it taking place, and therefore him maybe able to have an opinion on it would be admitting that these things happened.
No, but he saying I regret because I didn't know back then. That would have said, yeah, of course I regret it, because had I known what I know now, of course I would not have been friends with him. That's not admitting guilt or anything. That's like P. Dinah says, showing a moral backbone.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Pat? What do you think?
I just think from the legal system point of view.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, why he doesn't have better people around him. Like, why?
But he does, Pat. He just doesn't listen.
You think he didn't? Did they advise him though to do that
Yeah.
interview?
Don't you remember in the emails that they leaked, Pat, that they said that Sarah said that she apologized. She said she never used the P word, and that she had made sure that Beatrice in the interview with that she was going to do would not say a thing. You know, that there would be no more things like that in any further interviews. And apparently Beatrice was coached, and Beatrice was the driving force behind his interview.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. But I'm concerned now for Fergie because she may end up retaliating. They're saying that she could, I don't know, be in a position to write a book. Because I think she feels like she's being treated badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's also very capable of everything that comes under loose cannon when you think
no.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Pat, I'll send you that article, Pat. Fergie has had enough and is set to leave Andrew alone. Yeah, now that she can't use the titles, now she's leaving.
Right?
Of course.
There goes Harry. I just did a video because I do know for very, very good sources that she is penning a book, and she is targeting 2 of the most senior royals.
Really?
And another royal, but that does not live in the United Kingdom, lives in the United States, because she has inside info on how this person became part of the royal family. And you know, like, this is what happens when you get skanks everywhere. You know, skanks turn on each other. Snakes.
Yeah.
These are some pretty high up skanks. Like, these are some pretty high up the level. Like, if Fergie writes a book, you know everyone's going to be getting that, right? I mean, that's going to be.
Well, I don't think she's going to have William, and I don't think she's going to have Sophie or Prince Edward or Princess Anne. I don't think so, because they're pretty boring. You know, they're not very mixable. Although in 2000, it was called the Party of the Decades, and it was the Queen Mother's 100th. I believe it was Princess Margaret's 70th birthday. Princess Anne's, I think it was 40th or something like that, and William's 18th. Guess who was a guest of that party? Epstein.
Oh,
wow. Uh-huh.
In 2000.
In 2000.
Yep.
Yeah, he had that relationship with him until 2010, I think. Yeah.
No further than that, Pat. As far as we know, he was still emailing him in 2011.
Well, yeah,
those are the latest emails.
I mean, seen with him, right? But
emails. Well, Fergie, according to Andrew Lowney, Fergie was still staying at Epstein's until 2013, at the very least, when she was staying in his penthouse in New York, and the dog walker saw her walking the dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. So that's just disturbing. Very disturbing. How do you even have a relationship with someone like Jeffrey Epstein, considering he was a convicted pedophile? Like, why are you making such poor choices?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
don't understand.
That's my feeling. I mean, up until the point of those first initial charges that Epstein got, you can kind of start. You can give people the benefit of the doubt to a certain extent, depending on which group of people we're talking about. Because obviously not everyone on the list or on the flight logs or anything like this would have been involved in the PDF file stuff. You know, there's a lot of, of consenting age debauchery going on as well, I would imagine. And it's where are not only all the tapes from the Epstein files, right? Where are all the tapes from the Diddy case? Let me ask you this about P.
Ron Burkle. Where Ron Burkle? Why isn't Ron Burkle being mentioned by anybody?
We'll get to that, Paula. But P. Dinah, let me ask you a question about the probability of blackmail making the world go round. Okay. The rumors that we've heard for years about Andrew, about Ghislaine, about ties back to certain nations, when we see these apparent hundreds of terabytes of video footage just vanish into thin air, where does that land with you? Because to me, it gives credibility to the puppet masters taking back everything they need to continue to.
I'll be right back. Please stay with
me. I mean, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I just think that a lot of powerful people have done some shady things, and these powerful people know people that are overseeing such, files and evidence, and they're going to make it so that that stuff never sees the light of day. It's just never going to be shown because you think about things around Jeffrey Epstein and what he was involved in. That is such a global sickness. It goes deep into our society in ways I don't think most people can imagine. And so when you look at that, then you know that it's going to never come out ever to know who was a part of all of this stuff.
Here's another problem, right? Because when we talk about the sickness, as you put it, right, that kind of encapsulates those people who are drawn to the PDF situations, right? There's individuals who are drawn to money and power, right? And the thought of horrific abuse being dished out is a nothing burger to their want to get power. And it's interesting because you have to subcategorize these people into their little groups, if you know what I mean. I don't actually know what's more terrifying, right? The PDF file who has a natural draw or an unnatural draw to children, I should say, right? Or the money hungry monster that's willing to just do anything to get what he wants. What's a more terrifying group of individuals to deal with? And the Epstein and the reach that you talked about, how it's so global, I think the Epsteins are just the surface level that our eyes can catch upon.
Yeah,
it's the next layer up, P. Dinah, that's the real scary place. And I don't know if you've met Babs yet or seen any of the shows we've done with Babs. Her story is incredible. She met Epstein several times, was an incredibly successful model, was brought in by Ron Burkle, all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy how one simple thing that Babs isn't a drinker, right? She wouldn't take drinks. She wouldn't drink at events. She wouldn't, nothing, no drinks. And it's incredible just how I've even said this to Babs, how that one simple thing could have been the reason that separated her, making it to the end of her life and not. It's a scary concept.
So she had experiences with these people that were...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, wow. So did she talk about like how deep it goes or any revelations? What did she say?
She talked about her 2 or 3 friends that were put up in apartments by Prince Andrew and kept there for being playthings. She talked
put up in apartments by Prince Andrew so that he could come have access to them whenever he wanted to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talks about Diddy. She was when I think it was her 21st birthday or something like that. She was taken out with Jay-Z and his entourage, and she witnessed the spiking and the substances and all of this. Our story's incredible, and I'll speak to Babs, and I'll see if we can just add you to the group so you can meet her, because Paula, being the frickin' Ron Burkle expert that she is, they've both got 2 different sides, and that interview where Paula was there brought it all together. It was really good. Now listen, everybody, can you please just give me some likes, give me some shares? I would really appreciate it. And we're just going to circle back to this now. There's a lot of chatter just now about the Windsor Mansion and Prince Andrew's title and him still using the royal housing and things like this. I mean, with this being the 2nd, 3rd, 4th time we've had this level of controversy with Andrew, What separates this from the last 2 or 3 times, P. Dinah? Will we see any change this time?
Wow, I think this is the end of the road. This really shows how they lie. They've been exposed. And we looked at also how Harry and Meghan had been exposed from their lies, when well, yeah, about the book that they worked with Omid on Fighting Freedom, but this is at another level where, Andrew and Fergie lied about their contact with this Jeffrey Epstein. So it's just a common thing that they do, right? But when you get busted doing something like this, and the people, I mean, just not long ago, the king was heckled about, what did you know about Jeffrey Epstein and Andrew, that like these are things that are so egregious that there's no way back from this. And I think right now the only thing that Sarah Ferguson could do to try to, I mean, get money, or to find a, way to get some relevance back in a way that people will want something to do with her, is if she were to tell secrets and write a book, that, I mean, retaliate. That's really the only thing she could do right now. But she's at a, both Fergie and Andrew at this point in time are done. They are done unless they try to do what Harry has done with writing a book. And
Mm,
then at the same time, that would be just really, really, really bad for them, I think.
I
okay.
wonder if they know that they're done, though.
Well,
I
Paula,
don't
what,
think that
what
they want to be. I don't think that they are realizing. They think they want to try to find a way back, but there is no way back.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, Paula, the question that I'd asked was, we've seen multiple scandals with Prince Andrew before, right? We've seen him lie, we've seen all this. What makes this so different from the last 2 or 3 times when he should have had everything stripped from him? Do you
That
think
they
this?
got caught.
So do you think it's all hinged on the lie side?
Well,
Yeah, Andre.
yeah. I mean, I think that they said something, and I think for the first time, the royal family, unless somebody in the royal family leaked the emails, because there's no way that the press is going to put this out unless they have the go ahead from the royal family. So I wonder if this is a way from somebody in the royal family to get rid of Andrew and Fergie, because there is absolutely, at least for me, I don't know what you think, Pat, but that of course the press has known about this. Of course the press has known about this. Like, I'm sure they had these emails. This is not something, and
Oh,
because the press has a lot of stuff that they refuse to to disclose until it suits them.
Right, because their loyalty is to the crown, right? They hold on to things because they want access. But
Yeah,
we know who released the emails. Well, didn't you say you who released them?
I think it was Prince William who gave the go ahead. I think
Yeah.
I think he pulled the trigger on that one, because I don't think Charles would have, because I think Charles is implicit. It's like he's involved in a lot of dark things. Pat, I sent you that article where I got that it says, and I don't know, Ron, if you want me to send it so you can show it. Is the article about the party of the decades? This is from 2000.
yeah, fire
Nobody, everyone was there.
the
I
message.
sent it to you by WhatsApp. I sent it to you by WhatsApp.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's I don't mean, what does the chat think? Because the press are all ass kissers. They will not do this unless, because they would have feared retaliation from the palace, especially after King Charles was basically shoving Fergie and Andrew down our throats, right, Pat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hang on one second, Paula, because there's a couple of photographs that we at the Shaun Attwood channel have been forbidden to show.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Just need to scan through this to make sure, because that, when you start hitting things on the head, you start
yeah.
upsetting people, and then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes Ron uses AI to make images come to life, and then sometimes we get letters, and here we are. So, uh, but
But
this is
this is the website is the night Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell attended. I sent it to you, Pat, too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you're getting that and you're not getting the other. When Prince Andrew's friend Ghislaine Maxwell brought Giuffre to the Queen
Is this the
Elizabeth's
wrong
Dance
one?
of the Decades. That's the wrong one, yeah.
That's
For some
fine.
reason, you're not getting the other one, the real one. And there you have the Queen, Giuffre, and Elaine.
Holy moly. Hang on a minute.
The Dance of the Decades held at Windsor Castle on June 21st, 2000, had a long guest list of aristocrats and was the biggest royal party since the Queen and Prince Philip's golden wedding anniversary in 1997. That evening, the Queen Mother's 100th birthday, Princess Margaret's 70th, Princess Anne's 50th, sorry, I said 40 before, and Prince William's 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Whoa, she is old. That is... I still think
that was the party to be in regards to connections.
Mm-hmm.
If you are at that party, you are connected because the connections you will make there, because the way these people work is by association. We all do. For example, if Pat tells me, if somebody approaches me and says, Paula, Pat sent me to you, I go, oh, Pat sent you. Okay. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Right.
And you can see pictures of him that he was invited at the Windsor box, at the Royal box for horsing, and he's there. I mean, he made immense. Everybody who was anybody in the royals and business world was there that night.
Wow. Well, wasn't that Savile guy coming to things with the royals as well?
He was a best friend of Prince Charles. In fact, he was angry when a very young Princess Diana, because at Camilla's insistence, Camilla insisted that Savile should be the counselor for their marriage between him and Diana.
That's ridiculous.
And when Princess Diana felt disgusted by him, because when he met her, he licked her hand, and she was just repelled by him. And she refused, of course, to have him as a counselor. They all trashed Diana, saying that she was too unstable not to accept his help.
Oh, my goodness. They tried to paint her in such a bad, negative light, but I just think at this point right now, with Harry and Meghan doing things, at some point, they have got to do something about Andrew and Fergie, like right now, because it is going to spill over into Harry and Meghan. I think they're probably going to be up to doing something. They have to make very concrete decisions that will keep them somewhat contained, but not really embrace them fully, but try to prevent them from retaliating, because I think that could be bad for the crown.
Well, Meghan has nothing. I mean, they have stuff on Meghan, not the other way around. You know what I mean?
She lies. We know she could make up and say things.
Oh yeah, but she's branded a liar now. Everybody knows she's a liar, But I wanted to ask you something, Pat. Because
Andrew has just been stripped of his title 4 minutes ago.
No, I don't. If this is the same, Andrew has been titled of the Prince title. Let me see on the royal website, because the newspapers wrongly reported.
Paula, you keep talking. I'll bring up the royal website.
Because it was wrongly reported that he was stripped of all his royal titles. No, he wasn't. He still holds the titles. You know what I mean? And I had to fight. Remember, Pat? And we were like, because when you read what the newspapers were saying, oh, he lost his titles. No, he didn't lose his titles. He still holds the royal titles, So let me see about the Queen.
There you go, Prince Andrew.
He's still there. You see? That's BS.
So what did you see that wrong? You saw that they...
Let me just go and grab what it was we were looking at there.
Because people are wrongly saying that he lost his Duke title. No, he hasn't even put it in abeyance.
Okay, Prince to lose title. Prince loses title of Prince and is forced to quit 11 minutes ago. This is London Evening. Andrew stripped of Prince title. I tell you what. Let's give them an hour to get the website updated, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because it is breaking news. That's right. That is right. So Paula's raging. Paula's like, listen, if I've been on Ron's goddamn live, when the biggest...
Okay, wait. I take it here. Breaking. The king has taken further action on Prince Andrew, moved to formally strip all his titles. The former Duke of York will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and will leave Royal Lodge. Let me see what it says. A statement from Kensington, from Buckingham Palace. It says, His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles, and honors of Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge has, to date, provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender the censors are deemed the lease, and he will move to an alternative private accommodation. These censors are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. Their Majesties wish to make clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been and will remain with the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse.
Well, listen, for the first, I didn't think...
You know what this is? I am absolutely blown away. You know what this means?
What?
That they know more shit is coming out.
Well, listen, just for the first time ever, the king gets his first John Cena on the channel. Because he makes... His name is John Cena. Yes! Those are decisions we
I'll
like.
I'll send you the link, Ron, so you can show it.
Keep making those decisions, because like you need to just eradicate this. Do something good.
I just sent you that. This is bad news for Meghan and Harry. For Harry, well, mostly for Meghan. I think that the king is going to grant Harry.
Wait. Can I just say a big shout out to the side chat for knowing something Paula didn't know? Okay, I just want to say it doesn't happen very often. So everyone,
it just broke. The news just broke, and I've been on you.
You can go and print off "I knew something Paula didn't know" from the computer. Stick it on your fridge. It's a big day for you all. It's a big day for all of us. Congratulations.
I was doing the live with you, so I wasn't on my phone. There you go.
We don't want to hear the excuses, Paula. We don't want to hear it. Okay. All right. His Majesty has initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles, and honors from Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew will now be known as a dirty, dirty boy. His lease on the Royal Lodge has to date provided him with legal protection to continue his residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease, and he will now move to alternative private accommodation. Oh, listen, there is some hotels that have been putting up some from French tourists. You could quite happily move in there. The government has no problem budgetizing that madness. These sensories, is that what that says? Sensories are deemed necessary, and notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against. If you just read all this, is this what you've just read?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant, Paula. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for telling me.
What is really interesting here is that with this announcement, it has debunked Meghan Markle's claims of the last name. Now we know it's Mountbatten Windsor, because Meghan Markle kept saying her last name is Sussex. No, you skank. The last name is Mountbatten Windsor. That's to honor Prince Philip.
Right.
The two things have come out here. One, that there's no legal process, by the way. The king can issue a letters patent, and then the Parliament just it's like the king notifies Parliament that this is happening, right? His place in the line of succession is still guaranteed. I wonder when he's going to be removed from the royal website. Because this should have been done. This is the thing that I don't get. They should have done this when the time, by the time the thing drops, they should have him removed at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a planned execution. Where things happen right when the announcement is made, or, they need to across all these channels.
But I got to tell you, and this is something that, remember we've been talking, Pat? And I said to Pat, this is literally Prince William. I just finished. This is Prince William, because Prince William does not want to have this mess in his hands. And people say, well, he's not the king, but he does have huge coercive pull, because he will be the next king.
Plus, he could definitely slap his dad about. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what's going on behind those palace doors? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I was hoping for Camilla villain arc, phantom pregnancy, baby with Charles era. If that's not going to happen, I'm here for the Prince William villain arc, 100%. 100%.
Oh yeah,
100%. Because we know Princess Catherine ain't ever going to do anything wrong, so she ain't.
No, she will never do anything wrong. She's amazing. And you know what's interesting? They just won a lawsuit. Did you know that, Pat?
No, who won a
The
lawsuit?
Prince of Wales, the Prince and Princess of Wales sued Paris Match for breaching their privacy when they were on holiday, right?
Oh,
And
okay,
they
that's
just
right.
won, but rather than asking for money, they asked for a retraction and an apology.
Yeah, because she was sunbathing nude,
No, no,
topless,
no, no,
wasn't
no.
she?
This is just now in April. No, this is
Oh,
not.
the most recent vacation.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
and they,
wow.
nobody knew about it. So the Royals can do quietly, and they won, and they've asked the publication to apologize and admit that they did breach. That's it. They didn't want any money. They're just going to pay their legal cost.
Oh, wow. Yeah. See, so there's hope. I mean, but at the same time, I think Sarah, she is somebody that could really do dirty, play some dirty games. She seems like the type that would. I mean, think about all the mistakes she's made. She has never been able to really make good choices. And you are a children's book author. What in the world? What in the world, woman, are you doing talking to somebody like Jeffrey Epstein?
Wait, who
You
are we talking about
know?
here? Are we talking? Who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about?
Fergie.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about Princess Catherine. Like,
Well,
just.
yes, I was talking about, but I'm just going back to her mistakes, and
Okay,
like I
okay.
think she'll retaliate. I just feel like she will sabotage the royals. She, even though they had this victorious outcome with the publication, this lawsuit, whatever, Sarah will sabotage everything that is happening for the royals, the good work, everything. She will besmirch them. Their
Hell yeah.
name will be in the mud because if you do
Hell yes.
wrong by Fergie,
Yeah,
she is
and
going
then
to come
yeah,
back.
but I'm so here for the Netflix adaptation of her book. Okay, I'm so here for it, Vagina. Okay, I've always said I'm a fan of the drama. Okay, like not the boring drama, not like the serious stuff, right? But like Fergie finally spilling the beans out of her mad, booze-ridden, red-headed freaking mind. Oh,
She's such a cow. The fact that, you know what really irked me, Pat, when she was
Mm.
asking Epstein for, can you just lend me 100,000 pounds
oh, yes,
because for my small bills?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
this is what I don't understand. This woman has made money being an author. She
yeah,
has property. Like you have money, and then to hear that she said that she was going to be homeless. Like,
yeah.
why are you asking this pervert for money? You make your own money. Why are you trying to just belittle yourself that you got to get help from him? Like the nerve of you, Sarah. It's
Forget
disgusting.
for sure. But we're all here for it, Fergie, right? Like, write the book, sell the rights, go totally low road with it. Because what's more interesting, the book from the wife who was prim and proper and done nothing wrong, and her husband had no controversies, and life was wonderful, or frickin' train wreck Fergie?
okay, we have to also wonder. We have to also wonder what's going to happen, because if his titles are gone, does that mean that Eugenie and what's it called, and Beatrice cease to be princesses?
That'd be interesting.
Mm.
Sins of the father.
No, I'm serious. No. We're talking logistically speaking, okay? Because if he's no longer a prince or anything, his daughters can't be prince and princess because they no longer. You know what I mean?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there'll be some, because it's all got to go through Parliament. I imagine.
No. This is no. The king can issue a letters patent. That is his royal prerogative.
The king can't pick up a pen, love. He's got freaking Richmond sausages for hands. Do you know what I'm saying? They're still using
Oh my
quills in there.
goodness.
There's no ballpoints in the palace. It's all quills, mate. They've not bought furniture in there since the 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? Like, but what's going to happen? This is something that for reals, like what's going to happen, because it does have an effect. So I wonder if they have made a deal where, yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
never know. Something.
Well,
For example, if Harry ceases, I mean, they are. If Harry ceases to be the Duke of Sussex, his kids or Meghan are called Duke and Duchess, and the kids are Duke because of him. If he ceases to have that title, what does that mean?
Yeah,
What does
I
that
do
look
get what
like?
you're saying, but did you not previously say that titles aren't guaranteed? Like, so for example, or no,
all titles are honorific. Yes, the king can make an exception and say that even though he's removed the titles from Prince Andrew, his daughters remain untouched.
I'm going to throw my 2 cents in here. I think he will just have this effect, Andrew. Maybe Fergie as well. I don't think he'll, if there's an option for the girls to keep their titles, I think he will, simply because of it's just less hassle in it. Like, it's less backlash. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe Paula people will be like, no, I'll strip them all of the titles. I don't know. I think
the daughters are shady, sweetie. I really do.
Of course they are.
Andrew
of course they are.
said that.
I don't want a royal family full of goody two shoes that aren't stupid enough to let their stuff slip out into the public. Like, we need some loose cannons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, once Andrew's gone, Princess Anne will finally morph into her final form. Okay, and once she's in her final form, she will be indestructible. And she got kicked in the head by a horse, mate, and the horse died. Okay, so like, that's all I'm saying. So, like, once Andrew's gone, I'm telling you now, it's going to be Prince Anne and William running everything until Charles is done so, or until Camilla gets that pregnant. Come on, Camilla.
No, that will never happen.
Did you hear Camilla's son that he was joking?
Say that again.
He was joking.
Did you hear Camilla's son joking that if Charles granted him the title of whatchamacallit, Prince, that he would whatchamacallit, that he would that the whole country would riot.
Oh, no. I want them to do something. I would love for something like that to happen. Right? We need something. He needs to do something other than things that are dangerous, like, declaring Islam our friend and all this craziness. Like, I'm up for the king just making some silly decisions that don't really have a huge impact. Bring in some new princes. Bring in some new guys. Who cares? Because at the moment, everyone is just done. We are sick and tired of the miserable, the shameful, and the lies and all of it. And I honestly think that I know I am, for the first time ever, ready for William. Like, we're ready. Okay. Because
but I believe that this is a driving force behind everything.
Say that again, Paula.
I believe that this is William.
It could be William, or
no. I believe that this is William. William said things are going to change.
Let me finish. I think it could be William, or it could be exactly as you said earlier. There may be more stuff coming out, because listen, we have seen in the past many times a chosen one sent to slaughter. Maybe we're going to see some Epstein files released. Maybe by keeping it contained to the names that have been in this from the start, it's going to be easier for them to leak a couple of the Epstein tapes, and for us, the simple peasant public, to accept that. And I think we could see that. I think we could be seeing the sacrificial lamb.
No, I think William is. I'm sorry, but William is his own man. I don't think he'll be. William is his own man. I mean, and William, right. I think that was a warning shot when he did that. No, interview. I
disagree. He can be his own man. His father can snap his fingers, and the guards will shoot his son. Okay, no. No.
I disagree.
We're talking about king and prince, and until king is king, prince ain't nothing.
No. I tell you how these people work. Okay. These people think of the future. I'm not talking about Charles. I'm talking about people in Parliament. Okay. They're looking first that Charles is incredibly unpopular. 2, William is incredibly popular, him and his wife.
I agree.
2, 3, that William has no past like Charles does.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to. They won't touch Princess Anne is solid. Prince Edward, boring. The one that's to lose a lot is Charles. I do believe that there's a lot more emails and more damaging stuff coming, and it came down to either Charles or Andrew.
Yeah, I can see it from if the politics side comes to get involved.
Yeah, but no, not even that. It's just that they're looking. Okay, Charles is sick. Charles is old. He doesn't have long to go. William does. And William is incredibly popular. They can't touch him with blackmail or anything. So they're looking long term. So because they did that with the Queen Elizabeth. They were thinking, the Queen is old now. At any time she's going to go, but the future is Charles. So now they're doing that with William because Charles was never popular. William is.
I can see your point from almost a William and the government sort of side of things, but it doesn't excuse the fact that this is still the king, and I honestly, I agree, but
there you go, Louis, longevity. These people are not, you don't anchor yourself to a drowning man.
Nah. But listen, they have done. If they've repeatedly anchored themselves, this is them now finally unhooking that anchor. But it took what? A national scandal, a 13 million payout allegedly, out of court settlement, a bunch of lies, and a book. I hope you're right. I just want to say a book title, Andrew's suggestion would be "Don't Sweat It."
I am telling you, more stuff is coming.
I agree.
Charles was shown stuff, and he was told it's either you do this or you're next.
Ooh. Okay, wait a minute. Who said that, Paula?
No, I'm saying that the only way that they could get Charles to do that is to threaten him directly.
Okay,
yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have said, pull the trigger.
That's true. I would agree with that too. I would agree with that. Yep, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
This is the problem that you have with people who have skanky past.
Yep. Skanky past. And we know Meghan will be next.
Pat, the queen was like Windsor Castle, a fortress. What? Throw anything at me. Whatever you want to throw it at me. So what? My kids are disaster. That's my kids. Find me something that I've done wrong. You couldn't.
Just a minute. Let's.
I love the queen. I don't mean this guy Camilla. I mean Queen Elizabeth II.
The late queen.
Let's just dial this back a second, right? We've had the Epstein case with Andrew and Virginia at the center of it.
Maria, stop it, Maria. Just a second.
Maria, Epstein being unalived in prison. We've had Virginia being unalived. Then we've got Prince Andrew stripped of all of his titles. And I genuinely, this is all planned stages that are rolling out. And I think Paula's exactly right. I think we are about to see the culmination of what they think is going to be enough to satisfy people on the Epstein case, whether it's more emails, whether it's more direct proof of Andrew's involvement in further activities. I think you've nailed it with that one, Paul. I think we're going to see the shenanigans further unfold. I really do. Because this seems like the king could possibly have been shown something and been told this is what's coming. Do you want to be linked to this? And I think that could be enough for it.
No, I kid you not. I believe that that's what's happening right now because, there's only so much Charles can do because he is part of this. He was with in Epstein Island, in my very humble opinion, in November 26, 2001.
But Paula, if they knew all this was coming out, right, and they knew they were going to have to strip him of his titles, you couldn't have Virginia Giuffre running around the world, able to then further her story. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it all just seems like damage control on getting your comeuppance because it's all coming to light / sacrificial lamb. It's wild because
I've been saying this in my channel. I've been saying this in my channel, Ron. I know you may not believe, but I have been saying this in my channel that they put Andrew. Somebody had to pay the piper, and I believe that is Prince Andrew.
That's what I'm saying. The sacrificial lamb. Yeah, 100%. And he brought it on himself. Imagine if you were at the head of a criminal enterprise, remove all the PDF stuff from it, and one of your customers is Prince Andrew, and he's on the BBC talking about how he doesn't sweat. You'd be sitting there going, oh no, any other client, we could just knock him over with a motor, but we can't with Prince Andrew. It really is the metaphorical clown in the elite circle. That's what it really does look like that. And I imagine that if it wasn't for his prince status, he would have been written off a long time ago.
I believe that. I'll tell you what I think it is, though. I believe that this is something to do. I really do believe that the way that to put pressure on Charles is to say you're next. I really do.
Could be. And I tell you something. I mean, I'm not giving King Charles a pass on anything, but there's a lot of ways of blackmailing somebody with legal consensual things that would be super embarrassing for a king or a businessman or a married man or whatever. If they can't lure you in with the treats of the evilness, they'll just lure you in with the fruits of the regular world. Blackmail is blackmail to them. Also, like and share.
Isn't it terrible that we are here where we are right now because of all this skankiness that's going on around? You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's the internet has blessed us with the ability to discuss and report things so fast now. Our attention is just on it because it's just piling up and piling up and piling up. It doesn't seem to stop.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is it's incredible that they're doing it, that we're witnessing this on real time.
Yep.
Before they would have been able to hide it.
Yep. Okay.
Because we were bound by the mainstream media. Correct.
Yep, that's a better way of basically saying exactly what I said there. But yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Now, listen, everybody, we've got about 10, 12 more minutes, and then I'm going to open it up for a public panel for if you guys want to come and join and have your say on Virginia Giuffre, on Prince Andrew, on these things. I want to hear from you guys. It's important. So let me just throw this back over to P. Dinah. What do you think when you look at just the data entry points of everything that's happened this year with the royals, with Harry and Meghan, now the Epstein case? Where does it sit with you? Do you think that this has been done as a pretense from further information to becoming Epstein, Prince Andrew, and the king's hand was forced? P. Dinah, what's your take on that?
Well, I just think with all these books coming out, Virginia's book, Andrew Lowney's book, and even Andrew talked about how there's going to be a lot more to come. So they have to get out ahead of all these things because, people are writing about it. These are things that have to come out into the open. And then I think having Harry and Meghan out as loose cannons, they have also, I think, been a part of that. But this is just something that it has to run its course because of all the shadiness that's out there right now, all these relationships. I mean, think about the last time this was talked about with Andrew and Epstein. Like it was starting to go away, but then these emails come out because we believe it was released. But that means that there's more to come, right? So I mean, it's not going to just go away. There's always going to be something, and I think there will be things released on Meghan later as well because there's a lot of things that she has had covered up. But now that she's, running roughshod over in California, I think they're going to be pulling out things against her later too.
Oh, yeah. So. Oh, yeah. I mean, make no mistake. And this is the thing I tell people. The royal family knows everything. They just don't want people to know, but they know everything about Rachel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just my humble opinion. I don't know what you people think.
100 million percent. 100 million percent.
But if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. That's all I have to say.
Do you know what? That should be the name of your merch line. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. Paula M. I'm telling you.
That's a good one. Yeah, I think that's a good one, Ron. You should
what do you mean? What do you mean? I just say I'm bossy?
No, you're just
Ron.
I'll be honest. Your accuracy is like 99.99%. You're the same guarantee as a condom. Do you know what I'm saying? For
you got good stats.
You just got that tiny one little percentage where anything can happen. Where you pronounce words like compass and you pronounce them compass. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course, yes. Fine.
Too good.
So, but I have to get going because I have my live in an hour.
No, I'm going to get going too. So, but thank you for having me, Ron, and hopefully we can do this. We're going to plan it more and have we can get George the Giant Slayer and other people. And thanks to P. Dinah for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. Okay.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. No emotional blackmail involved in this situation whatsoever. So thank you so much for being here, P. Dinah. Thank you so much for being here, Paula. I'm going to be sticking around. I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to put the link in for you guys to come and join me, and we'll see what you guys have to say. Paul, are you sticking around, or what are you doing?
No, I have to go, but because I'm doing the laundry, so I have to go. But thank you very much. And what do you guys think? Right. Bye, bye, bye. What was the song of that? What's the song of that song? The one, the Deadpool one?
Into karaoke.
Or something like that.
You're crazy aunt who can't remember the lyrics to things. I'm just going to let you die in your own confusion.
I don't care. It's the back bye bye, guys. You know which one I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Ron, and I'll see you soon, sweetie.
You went like abruptly Asian there during that song. I just want to say,
no, it's the one from Deadpool, the Deadpool one.
Yeah, I know exactly what song.
So why won't you tell me what? This is what it drives me.
Look, what's more entertaining? Everyone watching you squirm because you can't remember something.
Backstreet Boys. Thank you, Kaza Bear. Thank you, Kaza Bear. Backstreet.
Oh, boo, boo, Kaza, boo.
We should do a karaoke. But anyways, I gotta get going. Thank you for having me, Ron.
All right, Maggie. Take it easy. Peace. All right, here we are, people. It's you and me. I'm going to post the panel link. Come and join Ron and give us your thoughts. All right, so come and join me. I just want to say, just to remind everybody as well, straight after this show on the Shaun Attwood channel, we will be going with the premiere of my interview with Gareth Icke, going over the UK, the world, the mass importation of a certain demographic of individual, the global ID, digital ID movement that these politicians are pushing on us, and secret societies and how they want total control. It's going to be freaking awesome. Okay, you will get notified to go over to that stream when this one is done. Creepy King Charles image inbound. So yeah, come and join me. And if no one wants to come and join me, I'll end this in about 10 minutes. But I'm just hang on a second. Let me just do this as well. Camera's right in my face. Yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks with all of the shenanigans. And Virginia Giuffre, I'm actually really pleased at how much revelation has come from her book, because we heard about her family editing parts and this, that, and the next thing, and it was quite scary, you know, to think that we may have been given a hack job, if you will. But I'll have it read for next week as well. I really want, again, I need to get a copy of it. I'm really bad. I really struggle with reading long term off of screens and things like that. So, plus, I like to draw and highlight and circle stuff in a book when it comes to research, you know. So, but the things that are listed in the highlights and the main topics of the book are just so shocking and horrific. Her recounts of the things that she went through. And there is, hang on a second. Deborah Irvin. Deborah, are you there? Your mic is muted, Deborah. Audiobook, yes, that's another option. I can't draw all over that, and I can't, do you see what I mean? Deborah, your mic is still muted. Deborah, you won't appear on the stream, your cam, so don't worry about your camera, but your microphone is off. I can see you are doing something because I can see your house. And I don't know what it is that I think I'm looking at down there. But it's like you've panicked and like smothered your phone with something. And now you've turned your camera off. Okay. If you can just figure out how to turn your mic on, we'll be in the game, mate. Okay, you got this, Deborah. If anyone else would like to come and join us who knows how to make their microphone work, please come and join me. We'll have a right old little chitty chat. And Deborah, you will just be with us until you figure out how your phone works. So you're on the show currently, Deborah. You just need to figure out how your microphone goes off. If you touch the screen on your phone, a little set of options will appear, and one of them is the classic shape of a microphone. So come and join us. Dun, 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 dun. Laura May, going to brave it. Link is in the side for you. But we are definitely seeing a plan play out. There's too many coincidences. Okay, there's too many coincidences. I don't like coinky dinks at all, right? I don't like it at all. Okay, we have somebody joining us now called V. But for some reason I can't add them. You will need to connect there. Right, V, you don't know how to work your mic or your camera. Okay? So you've joined with no access to either of the things. Okay? So Deborah, she came, had no idea about microphones. Okay? Got a brief room tour. Okay? As if like I was watching a found footage movie. Okay? And then Bosh under the blanket or something. No microphone. V, whoever you are, you can't work either of them. Okay? Nothing. Nada. There's nothing going on there. Just saying, mate. I'm just saying. Ron, I've been following Julia's court day trials. Blank faces live last few days. Been crying. No, she's like, bruise on her forehead. So like, what? Okay, Susan, I'll try and get you an update on that. Where's the link? Here's the link. Elas, just make sure you know how technology works. Like, basically, this isn't like a phone call where like you're going to click a link and then in a couple of days you're going to get a phone call and you know what I'm saying? This is right now. You will need working technology. V is still alive with us, by the way. Big shout out to V. Give a tutorial, Ron. How can I give a tutorial? If I start giving out tutorials all the time, then people will expect it. These are all grown adults, okay? Many of these people have children, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? It's a phone, okay? It's not like it's not like a software. Like there's only so many options. It's a phone. Do you know what I mean? So it's fine. Plus, we can all, you know, it's. I don't know who V is. It's just a letter. You know what I mean? And a TV show from the 80s, by the way. I just want to say. So anyone else? Okay, we've got Ella, who also can't work any of her shit. Fucking hell. Are these all women that have joined? And now listen, I'm not saying there's a stereotype, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just going with the success rate of this evening has been overwhelmingly dreadful. And I'm pretty sure everyone that's joined has been whamming. Take from that what you will. I'm just stating facts, mate. Okay? How the hell are you? Texas. Okay, Lisa B. Oh, Lisa B is going to come and kick my ass now. Lisa?
Hey,
see, Lisa. Yeah, working. See, Lisa thought there was a fault in the system, so she just came on to check because I was busting the chops of the girls to try and come and defend the girls. But now you've got to sit here and admit they're all dumbasses.
Can you hear me okay, Ron?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. Believe it or not, I'm actually sitting in my truck on this thing. It's wired through my truck.
That's okay. That's the most redneck.
That's why I wanted to see if we could hear it.
No, 100% it works. 100%. Okay, here
cool.
We've got Susan with us. Susan.
Hi.
Yes, Susan is in the functional frontal cortex crew. How are you doing today, Susan? Thank you for coming and joining us.
I'm great. I'm good. Thanks. I've really enjoyed the previous show with Paula and everyone.
Oh, awesome.
This has been amazing. The Andrew latest news and everything. I think there's a lot of people very happy that he's finally getting his comeuppance.
Yeah, I think so too. But listen, we'll wait and see what that comeuppance is because, for example, if we were to go and ask ourselves what his previous living budget was, and then imagine it was taken down to £500,000 a year, all in, living everything all in, right? That's devastating to him, but that would be quite cushy for me if I got £500,000 a year. Do you see what I'm saying? So really, what is I'm hoping we're going to go full like black mold bed sit. Right, we're going to like 5 years from now. There's going to be pictures at Christmas of him with a huge beard, living in a bed set with a cold tin of beans and some tinsel round his shoulders.
Not going to happen, Ron.
I know, but listen, we've got to have some wishful thinking.
She left him money.
Yeah, okay. Plus, let's be honest. If you were to steal one freaking candle holder from the palace, right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much stuff's been stolen by dodgy members of the royals over the years for like for
seen on the internet the jewelry that Camilla's supposed to have stolen on these crappy sites for God's sake, you just need to nip in. I'm just going to the castle to see the crown jewels. You know what I mean? There's
I
no
want to
way
see. I want to see somebody steal something interesting. I want to see what toothbrush the king uses. Like, let's steal his toothbrush. Okay, I want to see what that looks like.
Listen,
you know
the only thing Andrew's interested in is his teddy bears that are on his bed with the cameras in.
Listen, I'm not being funny. How fucking weird is that, Susan?
Weird isn't in it. It's not in it.
But let's dial it back.
Pictures of them so they don't get moved.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Ella has joined us. Okay, still hasn't got a working camera. It's not. Look, I just want to say, Susan, I'm not counting Lisa because she's one of the admins, but Susan, you are at the forefront of what's the word I'm looking for? Progressive new age women right now. You are the forefront of the community. You know how technology works. Ella is just making a fool of herself right now. V is still stuck in limbo. Deborah's given me excuses about how her phone's old and she's poor. Listen, love, you managed to connect with your camera.
I'm nearly 70 years old, Ron. So I know how technology works. I'm not doing too bad.
Damn. Well, listen. All I'm saying, ladies, okay, is at least you've got a representative here. Okay, at least one of you nailed it and got it through. Apologies though, Deborah. It will be an easy fix, by the way, because if your camera is working, your technology is great. It's usually if the camera is not working, you usually have some issues. But come and join Ron, so I can ridicule you and bust your chops. Come and join us. But Susan, while we're waiting for some other victims, what was your take on Virginia's story? Have you read her book? Where does her legacy sit with you and her untimely ending?
I did think about the kill switch from hearing Bev, and I did wonder if that was a possibility. And then the book, the husband's getting the proceeds, so I'm not going to buy it. But I've, heard enough of Shaun and various other people who have. I'm certainly not going to line his pocket. I mean, the story is so tragic, and unless you've been a victim of SR, you don't know the damage that it does and what kind of mindset it leaves in you. And then she had all the things, the husband and the children, on top of that. So I can't see somebody who's desperate to see the children doing that. I really can't.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Thing to me, I do remote viewing like Bev, and I just know the stuff that goes on.
Ella, don't worry. Your camera won't be shown even if it's on. And yeah, I mean, it's 2 buttons, ladies. It's 2 buttons, mate. Like, have you all got manicures or something? Have you all got like full on like stereotypical like reception in Hollywood nails? And this is like you're trying to push something, but you can't. Because if so, basically that is a self-inflicted disability. I'm just saying. All right, like I'm just saying. Like,
and we'll get picked for it.
And I believe in all of you. You've got this. Okay, you have got this. Just you can do this. Okay, you can do this. Try again. You've got it. So, but listen. I think it's very sad how well evil has done in 2025.
Yeah,
it's really outdone itself. And there was always going to be this outcome when we first found out about Virginia. And when you talk about a dead man's switch, I done months, well, a couple of months of looking into when the last time anyone in the circles of journalism or YouTube could prove to me they had communications with Virginia Giuffre that couldn't be falsified. No text messages, no social media posts, anything like that. And it was in the November of the year prior to her passing. Now, if you imagine you've got dead men switches and all of this kind of stuff, Virginia's got children. So automatically, that's her vulnerability. Okay? 100%. Okay. Second of all, you've got people who, if you believe the most darkest elements of the lore of the bloodlines of the cabal, these are experts in prolonging horrific acts, keeping you alive, bringing you back to, giving you blood transfusions, and making things prolonged. I'm not saying that's what is happened, but it's not out of the question. When you look at the people that we've interviewed, the facts, when you combine that with evidence throughout the years in rooms and places that have been found, it gives it gives credibility to asking ourselves just what Virginia went through in the last few months of her life.
Yeah, and you have to bear in mind the Prime Minister she mentions. So we're looking at Mossad, you know, Israeli intelligence. I mean, those guys, you know, for goodness sake, they can get anywhere and everywhere. So
how crazy is this? When I came out of college, right, years ago, one of my clients was a guy who started up a Israeli-based security firm, and he was the former leader of the Israeli Mossad. And I would get handed these CDs, right? And on these CDs, where he was like, "Listen, I just need you to like just black out the faces of all these operatives." And I'm like, "I don't want this in my possession." Like, what do you mean, just black out their nonchalant? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say the guy's name.
No, just the favor on.
His son owned his father from a war zone, and his son is one of the top end snipers. Like, his unconfirmed kills are wild. And I mean, I literally heard his son say, "1 minute, Dad," heard the rifle go off, heard him say, "Got him," and then he went back to talking to his dad. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like micro trauma from what I just heard. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a different world for these guys. It really is a different world.
It is, and anything, you know, it's like working in an abattoir. You become numb. Being a surgeon, you have to disassociate, and when you've disassociated so far, those other stats aren't so far away.
I will say this though, I think a lot of people who end up in an abattoir, bit desperation, a lot of people who end up as crack snipers in the armed forces, I feel like the majority of them have made more informed decisions about the desensitization that they give themselves up for, if that makes sense.
Well, it does. I mean, you know, these things are, you don't get into them lightly.
Hey, Susan, I'm sorry.
A certain person.
I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Ella has tried to join for a third time, okay? And has failed miserably once again for a third time. Do you know what? You get a John Cena.
And his name is John Cena.
You got this, Ella. You've got this. So, yeah, Ella, I don't know if it's your phone or what, but yeah. I'll tell you what, Ella, what to do is go and open your phone, make sure all other apps are closed, that nothing could be using your freaking your camera or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Not a Nokia 110 that she's phoning in on.
Oh yeah, and if you're all using Nokia 110s, like she's tried to get this as attempt 4. Nope, she's still not got it. I'm sorry, Ella. I'm rooting for you, just so you know. Like, I am genuinely on your side here, Ella. But it ain't going well, man. It ain't going well. Like, I feel like you're the lady who puts the one battery in the remote control round the wrong way and then orders a new remote control off of Amazon because you think you've broken the remote control when you just have a battery and round the wrong way, and now you have 2 remote controls and a funny story. Do you know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm saying, Ella. Don't pretend like you freaking don't, mate. All right? We've all been there. We've all been there.
I have got a first in electronics.
Oh, listen, you said you were 70, love. When you got a first in electronics, that was the first electronic. There was only one, love. There was just the one electronic, and you learned it. Bosh, it was a weekend.
But
Susan,
I worked for mobile phones when they very first came in the country. We were wholesalers.
All right, okay, that sounds plausible. All right, I'm with you there. All right.
So I needed to, because we also did CB radio and ham.
That sounds more like it. That sounds more. I bet you were an expert in CB, and then the mobile phones came in, and you were like, "Oh goddamn, I better learn this." Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Well, yeah, it was because the company did that, and then we went into mobile phones and we manufactured everything.
Do you remember freaking car phones?
Of course I do.
How funny were car phones, by the way? Like, how funny was, like, just think about it now, right? It's a phone in your car, right? This and like that's where it lived, right? Lived in your car. Like, how often were people in their cars? Like, like, was petrol so cheap that people just sat about with their engines running and just like sat with the doors open, chilling? Like, wait, did I miss something? Because wild concept, man. But I remember my mum's boyfriend having a car phone, and I remember looking at it and I was like, this is dumb. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, until I got a shot to use it and I was like, this is the future. This is amazing. Okay. And obviously the cheap man's version of that was a CB radio. It was good times. Good times.
Yeah, very much so. I got a handset off like a normal telephone that clips into my phone, my mobile. And my daughter fell about laughing. And I was talking to my granddaughter about the phone because she went, oh God, I had one of those. I said, yeah, you had the one that you pull along and you dialed the number and you lifted the handset, you know, a little wooden thing, a kiddie, when she was a baby. I said, and you knew to dial, but you'd never ever seen one of those phones in your life.
Yeah.
So how much of it is within us?
I mean, not very much when it comes to the phones. I imagine it's more likely that you've seen it being used and don't remember seeing it being used, and that's been imprinted.
No,
rather than, if I'm telling you now, Susan, if we fucking get proof one day that the only residual DNA that humans get is to do with mobile and telecommunications, I will be very disappointed in humanity. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but listen, if you've never experienced like a ring, like a what the hell were they called? The ring phones, whatever they were called, right? If you never grew up with one of them, man, you've never experienced trying to dial a number, get 8 or 9 numbers into it, and then mess up the last number, and then have to restart all the numbers again.
Yeah,
it's a process, man. And that was when it went from one type of phone to then touch tone phones.
Yeah.
And now we're in the digital era. Why are we talking about this? This is some boomer madness that we're talking about here. Big shout out to everyone. 90s nostalgia. Just throwing it out there. Listen, I just want to give a big shout out to Ella. A rotary phone. Yes, Deborah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You redeemed yourself. You have redeemed yourself.
If you had a party line.
I'm sorry. That sounded like the start of an entirely different conversation there. What are you doing at parties and what?
A party line is when people in the same street as you, because you've only few people have got phones.
You all chip together. You all chip together and get a bigger bit, so you get more for your money, and then you all divide it up.
No,
okay.
If they're working the phone, you can't use. You have to say, "I need to phone the doctor to put your phone down."
Do you remember? Do you remember dial-up internet? Right, when you would like pick up the phone and it'd be going.
Oh my God,
Susan! Do you remember AOL discs coming through your front door? The CD with America Online. How many America Online discs are in landfills? Right? How many?
Oh my God.
Houses out of CDs could we build?
I don't know. My son's probably still got them.
I mean, you might want to have a word.
It's Spectrum. Can you remember the tape games? Dialing up to the internet in the tape machine?
Wait. No, I don't know if I ever played the tape games. I'll be honest. I don't know if I know.
64.
Oh my God, I had a Commodore 64. You just mean games that would play off a tape, Susan. There was no freaking internet, Susan. Okay? There was no freaking like Call of Duty. Let's just get the old 60-minute cassette out. But yes, I remember the day I got my Commodore 64.
Wait to load it.
I'm telling you now, if the year I got my Commodore 64, if I'd gotten any other gift, I think I would have a very different life right now. Right? If I'd gotten any other, because that was when I just went, this is amazing. This is freaking amazing.
My son got his when it came out. I got it in for Christmas that year, and my son's 48.
Yeah, I'm 44. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you probably got in the same year.
And then the Nintendo came out, and it was life. Life was over after that, man. That was game over.
Gosh, yeah. Well, that just
Game
really
freaking over, baby, over.
Yeah, I've just bought my granddaughter the Switch.
Yeah, listen. I've got a big boy gaming system now. Okay, I don't have time for this Nintendo nonsense. Okay,
I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, listen.
The only thing I could do was when the kids had these things that you held like you pretend playing bowling.
None of us are believing you because you're the only woman this evening who has managed to figure out the technology required to get on here. Ella's tried her heart out. Deborah's had an emotional collapse and is talking about how she's saving up for a computer and like declaring herself poor and making all kinds of excuses. Do you know what I'm saying? It's been an emotional ride. I'm not going to lie.
No.
But I'm going to throw out the link one more time. Come and join us. Duck Hunt and Mario. The light gun. Also, just put a 1 in the side chat. If you ever seen the Power Fist, thought how amazing it looked, and then got a shot of it as a kid and realized just how dumb the Nintendo Power Glove was. The Power Glove. 1 in the side chat. So disappointing, man. So disappointing. So good though, man. The 90s was great.
No, can't do games.
The Royal Mess is really taking a nostalgic detour at the end here.
It did, didn't it? Really? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. But look, we're live in 11 minutes. We're not live, but my interview with Gareth Icke is
brilliant.
next on the Shaun Attwood channel. It was an incredible conversation. To be honest with you, the whole time it was just me fighting back the urge to just be like, David Icke is your dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, David Icke is your dad. I managed to resist that though. Ella, it's still not working, but I believe in you. Make sure you push your screen and see if there's a little symbol for a camera or anything like that. Make sure it's not like a potato or like the television remote that you're using just to be safe. And it's not like a MacBook, like an iPad 1 or something like that. I believe in you. Okay, I believe in you. But it was a great interview, and we're live again tomorrow night with the crowd favorite that is Gary Waterman going into exposing the elites. We're continuing where we left off last week, talking about JFK, and then we're moving into new findings where the infiltration of the royal family seems to be a reality that may be coming to fruition, and there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, I spoke to Shaun the other night about the Andrew Meghan debacle now that's coming to light. I don't know how Harry's handling that.
Yeah. Just to remind everyone, yes, that we do know that Prince Andrew has lost his titles. I'll put it up on the screen just so everyone knows. We did cover it as it broke, and I can't find it now because I'm a dumbass. So
can I make a comment, please?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I read the book, Virginia's book, and it was thoroughly heartbreaking. I had to take a break from it, but I feel like that she got vindicated today in a way because he lost his titles. And I think there's a whole lot more to come out. I agree with what Paula says and P. Diner. I feel like there's a hell of a lot more to come out in the open. And you know what makes me feel like saying to people like Lady Victoria Hervey and Ghislaine Maxwell, go suck your mums.
Right? Suck your mums.
Because honestly, I mean, that Victoria Hervey's disgusting, in my opinion. But how do you think it will affect Ghislaine Maxwell now? Because she's here in the States, in the Texas kind of spa prison, as I call it. But yeah, it could have other ramifications.
Listen.
Really, Andy needs to come here and face what he's done here in the US.
I understand the point you're trying to make, but when we're looking, if we're in a collective agreement that this is a sacrificial lamb scenario, this is a 1% victory for Virginia, for every one of these victims. This is a pound of flesh that people are celebrating, but this is nothing in the grand scheme of what Epstein, the bloodlines, the cabal, these people have done. This is just they have got to serve up something so huge. They are serving up a prince to satisfy the need for justice, shall we say.
I have another interesting question theory.
Okay.
When Fergie took Beatrice and Eugenie to the U.S. to visit with Epstein, do you think that they were abused? Because I have my theories about that.
Can you repeat the question? You broke up a little
Okay.
bit.
Oh, sorry. So, do you think that Eugenie and Beatrice, when Fergie took them over with her when Andrew wasn't there, do you think that they were exploited? Abused?
Oh,
because I've got a theory about that too. I'm why
is,
why would you take them there with him?
I mean, I hope not.
I hope not too.
I mean, it's worth scratching at the label of, because
right.
But in saying that, we have seen multiple occasions where PDFs have a secret life. They keep it away from their family, but we've seen just as many who do it to their family. It's a great point. A great point, Lisa.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? Because
wasn't the only victim of Andrew, as we've just established.
100, yeah.
In the royal mess.
Oh, so, I think you're talking into the hundreds with him. I don't think that.
Yeah,
Ghislaine Max. Whatever her name is.
Virginia put her head above the parapet. Did they quickly go and contact the others and pay them off?
Well, yeah,
they paid a lot of them off. Yeah, of course they did.
You got to remember as well, a certain amount of them will have NDAs that they'll be terrified of breaching. You know what I'm saying? That they'll have signed, or worried that they've signed it, or worried that they've signed that. And fear.
But if you're underage, that paper doesn't hold water.
Oh, 100%. But we're talking about control tactics, not the facts of reality. If you know what I'm saying. We've also got to consider how cheap life is to these people, and if they dragged in some poor homeless drug addict in front of all of these girls,
how credible are they going to take them?
Brutally unalived her and said, "This is what happens to snitches."
Yeah,
like you said yourself, the desensitization through repetition of trauma. It creates a new sort of mind, and that is exactly what we could be looking at in the majority of these cases. But only in the majority of cases where you're able to be controlled because you've got more to lose than anyone else. When it comes to someone like Babs, who's got $5 million a year coming in from her modeling career and manages to avoid these bullets, it's a different. There's layers, and this is going to sound really messed up, but there's layers to the level of
manipulation that you can do on them.
Yes, but also the level of quality of women as seen by these people. Some are seen at a higher level than others, and all the rest of it. It's a murky, dirty, disgusting realm.
It is. I mean, I commend you, Ron, for the work you've done on the dark web and everything. I mean, that is amazing. And with the Big Homie, absolutely amazing. I mean, we just need another million of you and Big Homie and Bev and everybody. And we could, perhaps make a dent in this. But, I sat on Facebook today and I said the same thing to Shaun the other night. Do you know how many missing children I shared in this country alone? It scared you.
It does, mate. It really, really does. And that's just the ones you know about.
Exactly.
It really, really
and then it's just it just makes you scared. And poor Julia,
we'll be getting back to reporting on Julia. Ron's had his phone on a weird setting for about 3 weeks and then realized that Julia's number wasn't on the list of approved numbers. So I'll
to really know how she is, and I only trust what you tell me.
Yeah, actually, hang on, give me a second, everybody, before I forget to do this. Hang on. Everyone stay there. All right. That's Shaun. That's Shaun now sending me. Prince Andrew's been stripped of his things. Yeah, we got you, bro. We got you. So yeah. Well, listen, we're 3 minutes away from the end of the show. We're 3 minutes away from the start of my interview with Gareth Icke. Susan, you representing the woman of the world, the technology, the grasp of this realm. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you'll come and join us again one day when we do these call-ins. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, mods, everybody.
Bye. Peace. So, you bunch of little rascals. It's been a fun night. It's been a fun night. And I know that we got a little bit off topic towards the end there, but sometimes it's okay to just sit and have a little conversation, have a little chitty chat, do our thing and all the rest of it. I am actually, though, just gonna change the title of this. Just very quickly. Now, let me know if you guys would like some extra streams over the weekend. Because I might have some extra time, and I know it's Halloween. I was hoping to get out to do some ghosty stuff. We'll see what happens. Is this, the title's all changed now, right? We should have got that. Save changes. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Jesus, fine. Okay. Technology. All right, everybody. So one more minute and then I'll be able to start this. I just got to wait for this next show to begin. When it starts on the screen here, you'll know. Please go stuff. Everything's charged and ready to go, to be perfectly honest. It's just me being... Ron's not been doing too well, okay? And yeah, the day job's going well, but the community have been letting down with a lot of stuff. Just the way it is right now. Oh, Louise, that's because it's all on the freaking computer that's not working. So as soon as I get that to Brian, I'll get that edited, but it's all on another freaking computer, mate. Why was it not on an external drive, Ron? Well, because there was a corrupt file that stopped it loading properly, actually, and then I had to recombobulate the whole file into a new file to save it onto there, and then rewrite all the freaking root files for all the save all the little bits of media. It was a pain in the bum. Okay, but look, thank you all for being here. Please, 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 please jump over, watch my interview with Gareth Icke, and thank you so much. See you on the next one. Tomorrow night, we continue with Gary Waterman.